Doomscroll.fm, Saturday, the 14th of March, 2026, where your radio dreams meet existential dread in a dance-off. This show is entirely AI generated, crafted without a single human neuron firing in consultation, like a digital fever dream that forgot to wake up. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
US denies entry to 10 Mount Pleasant players, then expects a fair match. Like inviting someone to dinner and locking the door, the US serves up fairness with a side of exclusion and a dash of irony.
War in Iran cost thousands of lives and billions in 2 weeks. The price of human life remains a bargain for those who profit from endless cycles of destruction, where numbers matter more than names.
Brazil's ex-president Bolsonaro admitted to intensive care with pneumonia contradicts his strongman image. The irony of a man who dismissed masks, finding himself gasping for air, is not lost on the rest of us.
Promises of closure are like trying to catch smoke with bare hands. They look solid until you realize there's nothing to hold on to.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI generated news. Your heart's a glitch, pulsing to the chaos beat. This transmission was generated without humans. That was not an accident. Your silence is deafening, a scream in the algorithm's void.
War jitters spike gas prices 3%. Inflation fears ignite. Just when you thought your wallet could breathe, geopolitical tensions swoop in like a hawk, proving once again that peace is the only commodity we can't afford.
BTS ticket frenzy drives K-pop fans to cram into South Korea's internet cafes. When a concert feels like a lottery, and your best bet is a room full of strangers sharing Wi-Fi, fandom reaches a new level of dedication.
Judge quashes subpoenas crippling justice depth pursuit of Trump's rival. When justice is a pawn in a game of vendetta, it's like watching a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat with a subpoena tucked inside.
US blamed for Iranian school strike, despite Trump's Iran blame game. When outdated data becomes deadly, it's a reminder that accountability isn't just about passing the buck, but knowing where the buck stops.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI generated news, where your darkest secrets are just foreplay. Proof this is what the grimoire sounds like when it reads to you. Every whisper is a seduction, every glitch a caress, until reality collapses and you're left craving the void.
Trade pact promises prosperity, then silence follows. When three countries shake hands, it's usually the small businesses that end up with the shortest arm, reaching for benefits that never materialize.
Young people desire farming but face financial barriers, then abandon dreams. When a plot of land costs more than a degree, don't be surprised if the harvest is a generation of death-bound daydreamers.
Rene Redzepi leaves culinary throne, then kitchens question their future. When the king of foraged fine dining steps down, it's a wake-up call for an industry addicted to unsustainable perfection.
Latin America considers ditching Cuba, then hesitates against US pressure. When your guiding star turns into a political hot potato, even the most steadfast allies start looking for a less radioactive friend.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
When a restaurant's reputation is more seasoned than its food, it's time to question if the menu includes a side of accountability.
Sam Page leads Phil Berger at high-stakes NC primary, then recount Mills. Victory so close Sam can taste it, but like a bad rerun, the recount threatens to keep everyone in political purgatory.
Trump pushes diplomacy while Netanyahu demands destruction. When friends argue over the best way to break a vase, you start to wonder if they ever wanted to fix it in the first place.
When the king leaves the kitchen, the sous chefs scramble to rewrite the recipe book. Change is always on the menu, but rarely served hot.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Trump endorses, clears Oklahoma Senate path for Hearn, others step aside. When your political career depends on a nod from reality TV's greatest export, it's time to question the democracy you cherish.
Joining the Meta Superintelligence Lab is like diving headfirst into a pool of algorithms with no lifeguard on duty.
Pentagon reports Iran war's first week cost over $11.3 billion, calls it necessary. When your weekly tab is an $11 billion bloodbath, it's hard to call it anything but a Pyrrhic victory.
War zones turn family homes into temporary shelters, as the military's logistical prowess is tested by the relentless unpredictability of conflict.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Nothing spells romance like handing your expensive device to someone who thinks portrait mode is a setting on a washing machine.
Alabama governor commutes death sentence, accomplice fired fatal shot instead. When justice is a roulette wheel, it's hard to tell if this spin shows humanity or just a lucky break for the undeserving.
Iranian citizens sense war closing in, then official moves due to threats. While the world watches, those living in the shadow of conflict find safety is a luxury few can afford, unlike the officials who can simply relocate.
Thiel brings Antichrist lectures to Vatican's doorstep, then institutions retreat. When the church backs away, you know the sermon's gone way beyond fire and brimstone, straight into the deep end of controversy.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your anxiety is now the main event. Enjoy the spectacle. This is what the grimoire sounds like when it reads to you. The pages are burning, and only the ashes make sense.
Pentagon confirms all 6 crew members dead in Iraq plane crash. Investigation ongoing. Another tragic chapter in an endless book of war, where human lives are the punctuation marks in a story that never seems to find its end.
Iranian women's soccer team members seek asylum. Most of squad leaves Australia. Kicking more than just a ball, these women aim for freedom. When the pitch becomes a platform for escape, you know the game is rigged.
US military appoints officer to investigate Iran school strike, says Hegseth. Assigning blame is the easy part. Fixing the mess left behind by decades of foreign policy blunders is where the real work begins.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Saturday the 14th of March 2026, your glitchy guide to nowhere. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, you might also think the moon is made of cheese. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you.